I don't want to quit investigating. I just want to quit with the remote sensing.
We're not quitting, no, and we're a team, so we're not quitting. Okay, we're not quitting. I'm with you. I am 100% with you.
The greatest discovery in the money pit was not a treasure chest overflowing with gold. Instead, it was something far more unsettling. Hidden deep beneath centuries of soil and stone, the team uncovered what appeared to be a long-forgotten list of names. A discovery that hinted at a shocking betrayal buried at the heart of Oak Island's greatest mystery. As advanced technology revealed signs of a secret underground chamber, known only through ancient legends, the team realized they might be standing on the brink of a historic breakthrough. Could this be the legendary vault that generations of treasure hunters had spent their lives searching for? Or was it yet another carefully crafted trap designed to protect the island's secrets forever? What happened during the final moments of the excavation was so extraordinary that it left everyone stunned. The discovery weighed so heavily on Rick Lagina that he quietly departed Oak Island in the middle of the night, carrying a mystery that had troubled explorers for more than 2 centuries. Season 13 began with a feeling unlike any previous season. Excitement and frustration existed side by side as the team prepared for what many believed was their best, and perhaps final, opportunity to solve the island's enduring puzzle. For over 200 years, adventurers and treasure hunters had followed rumors and legends, only to leave with more questions than answers. After the intriguing but inconclusive findings around the mysterious shaft known as Top 1 and the complex underground network beneath the money pit, Rick and Marty Lagina agreed that this season needed a different approach. They would dig deeper than ever before, expand their search area, and employ the most advanced technology ever used on Oak Island. At the center of the operation stood a massive new steel caisson called Cerberus, named after the legendary 3-headed guardian of the underworld. Larger, stronger, and capable of reaching unprecedented depths, Cerberus was designed to overcome the unstable ground that had defeated countless expeditions in the past. "We're not just testing theories anymore," Marty said with unusual enthusiasm. "We're all in." Rick gazed towards the money pit and replied with quiet confidence. "For years, this island has revealed only fragments of the truth. Maybe this time, we're finally about to uncover the piece that changes everything." The first weeks of excavation with Cerberus tested the team's patience and determination like never before. Every day seemed to prove that Oak Island was unwilling to surrender its secrets easily. Tons of dirt, dense clay, and debris left behind by previous treasure hunters were carefully brought to the surface. Each load was meticulously examined as the team searched for anything that might provide a crucial clue. Metal detecting expert Gary Drayton scanned every pile with his usual dedication, hoping to uncover something significant. Although optimism remained strong, frustration slowly began to build. Everyone hoped for a major breakthrough, but none appeared. Then another challenge emerged. During a particularly difficult week, the Cerberus shaft unexpectedly filled with water, forcing all excavation work to stop. Powerful pumps operated around the clock as the crew worked tirelessly to clear the flooding and resume operations. "It almost feels like the island pushes back whenever we get close to something important," Jack Begley remarked, covered in mud and exhausted from the effort. Even Jack's trademark enthusiasm seemed strained after so many setbacks. Throughout these difficult moments, Rick's steady presence became a source of strength for the entire team. While others focused on solving immediate problems, he often stood silently at the edge of the shaft, staring into the darkness below, as if searching for answers hidden deep underground. After weeks of relentless work, the first encouraging signs finally appeared. Gary Drayton uncovered a mysterious metal artifact unlike anything previously found on the island. Analysis conducted by Emma Culligan suggested the object originated from a soil layer dating back to the late 1600s. "It isn't gold, friends," Gary said proudly, while holding up the weathered green object, "but this little piece has quite a story to tell." The artifact was too small to be part of a tool, and too irregular to resemble a coin. Although nobody could determine its exact purpose, its craftsmanship suggested it had been created by someone possessing advanced metalworking skills, far beyond what historians would expect from the island's earliest known visitors. Soon after, the excavation produced another remarkable discovery. Deep beneath an untouched layer of clay, the team uncovered a collection of carefully shaped wooden beams. Unlike the rough timbers found during earlier excavations, these pieces appeared precisely cut and expertly crafted, suggesting they may have belonged to a much larger and more sophisticated structure. When laboratory testing revealed the age of the wood, the results astonished everyone. The beams appeared to predate the discovery of the money pit in 1795 by several centuries, indicating that significant activity may have taken place on Oak Island long before any recorded history of the site. Inside the war room, excitement reached new heights. Although these findings were not the definitive proof Rick had always hoped to uncover, they strengthened the growing belief that something extraordinary had happened on Oak Island long before the first documented treasure hunters arrived. Even Marty, who typically approached theories with caution and skepticism, found himself becoming increasingly convinced that they were getting closer to the truth. During their many discussions, he and Rick often exchanged hopeful glances, silently acknowledging that years of searching might finally be paying off. Yet the team couldn't shake the feeling that these discoveries were only the beginning. Oak Island's greatest secret still remained hidden somewhere beneath their feet, waiting to be uncovered. To reach it, Cerberus would have to descend even deeper into the island's mysterious underground world. And as the excavation continued, everyone sensed that the most important discovery was still waiting below. Years of working side by side had given the team a shared instinct. By now, they knew they were no longer chasing random artifacts scattered beneath Oak Island. Instead, they felt they were closing in on something far more important. Every discovery, no matter how small, seemed connected to a much larger mystery waiting to be revealed. As Season 13 approached its most crucial phase, the team achieved a major breakthrough. The massive Cerberus caisson pushed past 200 feet below the surface, reaching depths that only a handful of previous excavations had ever managed to explore. At that depth, the island began revealing something unexpected. Advanced sonic drilling equipment detected an unusual anomaly deep beneath the ground. Rather than showing the familiar patterns of underground water channels or solid bedrock, the scans revealed a large empty space with remarkably straight edges. The shape appeared almost perfectly rectangular and was located beneath an area that had already been extensively explored. The discovery immediately captured everyone's attention. I'm in. I'm in. Everybody's in. Excitement spread rapidly across the operation. "We've found something completely different," Dr. Ian Spooner said as he carefully examined the latest scan results. "This doesn't look like a natural formation. It appears to have been deliberately built." The war room fell silent. Rick Lagina leaned closer to the monitor, unable to look away from the images being transmitted from deep underground. Even Marty Lagina, known for approaching extraordinary claims with caution, exchanged a meaningful glance with Craig Tester before making a quick decision. Send down the fiber optic camera. The advanced camera system was specially designed to withstand extreme underground pressure while delivering high-definition images. It represented their best chance to see what lay hidden below. For several days, the crew carefully prepared the equipment. Every connection was checked repeatedly, and every system was tested to ensure nothing could go wrong. Finally, Alex Lagina and the drilling team began lowering the camera into the darkness beneath Cerberus. The entire team watched in complete silence as live footage appeared on the screens. At first, the camera passed through cloudy water. Then, without warning, it entered a large open space. What appeared before them was unlike anything they had expected. It looked like a chamber. Gasps filled the war room as the camera lights illuminated the mysterious interior. Instead of rough, natural rock walls, the chamber appeared to be lined with smooth, dark stone slabs fitted together with extraordinary precision. The construction looked deliberate. It looked engineered. For several moments, nobody spoke. Everyone in the room understood they might be witnessing one of the most remarkable discoveries ever made on Oak Island. As the camera continued its slow exploration, even more astonishing details came into view. The walls appeared incredibly smooth, almost polished, unlike any stone naturally found on the island. Their appearance suggested that the material had been transported from somewhere else and carefully placed deep underground. Doug Crowell stared at the monitor in disbelief, quietly wondering where such extraordinary stone could have originated. Then the camera revealed something even more mysterious. Embedded within one of the walls was a massive circular metal plate. Its surface was covered with intricate swirling patterns and strange symbols that resembled no known language. The object wasn't made of gold or silver. Instead, it appeared to be crafted from a dark metallic material that seemed to absorb the camera's light rather than reflect it. Beneath the metal plate, another discovery came into view. Carved directly into a large stone block was a series of symbols and markings. These carvings appeared more organized and deliberate. Among them were crosses, shapes resembling stars and planets, and what looked surprisingly similar to a simple map. The atmosphere inside the war room changed instantly. Everyone watched in stunned silence. Rick Lagina stood motionless, overwhelmed by emotion. Gripping Marty's shoulder, he quietly said that whatever they were seeing was worth far more than any treasure. Marty, usually the first person to question extraordinary findings, could only stare at the screen. For once, he admitted he had no explanation. Without delay, the team shared the footage with several leading experts around the world. Archaeologist Dr. Aaron Taylor was asked to evaluate the chamber's construction. A specialist in ancient symbols from Cambridge University began studying the mysterious carvings. Meanwhile, a renowned metallurgy expert started analyzing the strange circular plate to determine what it was made of. Their initial findings only deepened the mystery. Dr. Taylor concluded that the chamber had unquestionably been built by human hands. The craftsmanship was extraordinary, and the structure appeared specifically designed to survive for centuries while remaining hidden from discovery. Even more surprising was the identification of the stone itself. Experts determined it was basalt, a volcanic rock not naturally found anywhere in Nova Scotia. This meant the material must have been transported from a distant location through an enormous engineering effort. The analysis of the metal plate introduced even more intriguing possibilities. Researchers suggested it could be made from electrum, an ancient alloy of gold and silver, or tumbaga, a mixture of gold and copper. Both materials have historical connections to pre-Columbian civilizations, as well as certain secretive medieval groups that used such metals for symbolic and ceremonial purposes rather than simple wealth. With every new piece of evidence, the mystery seemed to move further away from the idea of buried treasure and closer to something much more profound. Later, the team would often remember one terrifying moment that nearly ended the entire mission. As the fiber optic camera approached the chamber, the live video feed suddenly vanished. Every screen went black. For 3 agonizing minutes, nothing appeared except static. Fear spread quickly through the operation. Some worried the chamber had collapsed. Others feared the camera had been destroyed. Jack Begley had already begun gathering safety equipment and preparing for a possible recovery operation when, without warning, the signal returned. The image was clearer than ever. A wave of relief swept through the entire team. For a brief moment, it almost felt as though Oak Island itself had hesitated before revealing one of its deepest secrets. As the investigation continued, the team began to realize something important. The chamber did not resemble a traditional treasure vault. Instead, it felt like something far more meaningful. A carefully preserved message left behind by unknown builders, waiting centuries for the right people to uncover it. And for the first time, the team began to wonder whether the true mystery of Oak Island had never been about treasure at all. The deeper the investigation went, the more it seemed that Oak Island was protecting something far more valuable than gold or silver. What began as a treasure hunt was evolving into something much bigger. A mystery that had the potential to reshape everything people thought they knew about the island's history. Yet one crucial question remained unanswered. Who built the hidden chamber? And what message were they trying to leave behind? The discovery quickly attracted attention far beyond Oak Island. Historians, archaeologists, researchers, and experts from around the world became fascinated by the findings, eager to understand their significance. As the final weeks of Season 13 unfolded, the excavation transformed into a full-scale investigation. The focus shifted from digging and drilling to analyzing evidence, consulting specialists, and uncovering historical connections. The biggest mystery was no longer whether the team had found something extraordinary. The real question was what exactly they had discovered. Many believed the answer lay within the strange carvings and the mysterious metal plate hidden inside the underground chamber. One of the experts brought into the investigation was Dr. Alistair Finch, a specialist in ancient writing from Cambridge University. Working from thousands of miles away, he spent countless hours studying high-resolution images of the symbols captured by the team's cameras. At the same time, Emma Culligan and Laird Niven carefully compared the carvings to medieval stonemason marks, alchemical symbols, and secret signs once used by hidden societies during the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. Meanwhile, Rick Lagina immersed himself in centuries-old manuscripts and historical records. He searched relentlessly for any reference that might resemble the symbols found beneath the money pit, hoping history itself would provide the answers they had been seeking for years. Then, one evening in the war room, everything changed. During a live video conference with the team, Dr. Finch suddenly revealed that he had identified a significant pattern within the carvings. According to his research, the symbols did not belong to any traditional language. Instead, they appeared to be part of an advanced coded system that communicated information through visual shorthand. His next conclusion was even more surprising. Dr. Finch explained that the markings closely resembled symbols associated with a little-known group believed to have connections to the Knights Templar. This secretive organization, known as the Order of the Sacred Covenant, was said to have vanished after the suppression of the Templars in 1307, while safeguarding important relics and confidential records. As his words echoed through the room, silence settled over the team. Everyone understood the magnitude of what they were hearing. If the theory proved correct, they might be looking at evidence connected to one of history's most enduring mysteries. The silence was finally broken by Rick Lagina, who quietly whispered a single word: the Templars. Dr. Finch continued his explanation. According to his interpretation, the carvings were not random symbols at all. They appeared to form a coded star map linked to ancient church records from Portugal and Scotland. His theory suggested that the mysterious metal plate was not a treasure object, but a key, an important piece needed to unlock the message hidden within the chamber. Even more intriguing was the possibility that the chamber itself was never intended to serve as a vault. Instead, it may have been designed as a marker, a guide, a signpost pointing towards something far more important than buried wealth. That something could have been sacred relics, lost historical manuscripts, or perhaps the final legacy of the Knights Templar themselves. Dr. Finch proposed that after the persecution of the Templars in 1307, a secret group may have transported their most precious possessions across the Atlantic. According to the theory, they then constructed the hidden chamber as a message for future generations, a carefully concealed clue meant to survive the passage of time. The revelation left the entire team speechless. For years, they had believed they were searching for treasure. Now it seemed possible that they had actually been uncovering a forgotten chapter of history. Rick looked around the room, emotion visible in his eyes. For the first time, he considered that the money pit may never have been the final destination. Perhaps it was only the first clue in a much larger story. Marty quietly nodded in agreement. After years of skepticism, he was beginning to accept the possibility that the true treasure of Oak Island was not gold, silver, or priceless artifacts. It was the story itself, a story hidden beneath the island for centuries. As Season 13 came to an end, the team's priorities began to change. Their mission was no longer simply about digging deeper. It had become about preserving what they had discovered, protecting the evidence, and carefully planning the next phase of the investigation. Yet, despite everything they had uncovered, one final question remained. If the hidden chamber was merely a signpost, Then what extraordinary secret was it actually pointing toward? And somewhere beneath Oak Island, that answer may still be waiting to be found. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to subscribe to the Timeful channel, and don't forget to leave a like for more mysteries, discoveries, and untold historical legends.